RHONJ, Ruelas Infidelity, exposed on House of Villains. RHONJ star Teresa Giudice's marriage to Luis Ruelas is once again in the spotlight. One of her House of Villains co-stars made the shocking allegation that Teresa's husband of only 2 years has already cheated on her. New Jersey versus New York on House of Villains. Season 15 of The Real Housewives of New Jersey is up in the air after a disastrous Season 14. Amid her job being in jeopardy, Teresa Giudice left home to film Season 2 of the E! Network's House of Villains. Season 1 featured love-to-hate reality TV stars like Vanderpump Rules' Jax Taylor, Celebrity Apprentice alum and former White House aide Omarosa Manigault-Newman, and reality show vet Tiffany New York Pollard. Tiffany Pollard returns for Season 2. And this time, she's up against 90 Day Fiance's Larissa Lima, Survivor OG Richard Hatch, and more reality villains. The super tease ahead of the October season premiere revealed a showdown between New York and RHONJ star Teresa Giudice. Viewers will finally saw the full version of the explosive fight on a recent episode. Things haven't been going well between Teresa Giudice and Tiffany Pollard so far on House of Villains. Teresa was put on the hit list in a recent episode because Pollard wanted their shared room to herself. Bachelor Nation's Victoria Larson stirred up more drama between the two by telling Pollard that the RHONJ star was going to put her on the hit list next and hoped she would be eliminated. In a tense confrontation, Tiffany Pollard made a shocking accusation about Teresa Giudice's husband, Luis Ruelas. He sent his wife a huge bouquet with hundreds of flowers a few days before the argument. You know why Luis really sent those roses. Because he's guilty, the **** chick. He's been f***ing around, and each one of those roses represent how many times he cheated on your *** since you've been in here. Tiffany Pollard screamed at Teresa Giudice. The RHONJ shot back by calling the flavor of love alum disgusting. A source close to Teresa Giudice explained the true meaning of the flowers to People magazine. Louis actually sent Teresa 333 roses, which is symbolic for her because she correlates those numbers to her late mother. Louis knew that amount of roses would move her, and it did, and he wanted to comfort her because she was away and was homesick. The world of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, RHONJ, is no stranger to scandal, drama, and controversy. However, as fans tuned in to the premiere of House of Villains, the infamous reality show where past villains from various reality TV franchises are brought together, the unexpected took center stage. Luis Ruelas, Teresa Giudice's now husband, was caught up in a whirlwind of secrets that shocked both the show's audience and the RHONJ fandom. It all started innocently enough when Luis entered House of Villains with the same charm and confident smile that made him a popular figure on RHONJ. Teresa had once described him as the perfect man, the one who was supposed to be her rock after a tumultuous past. The couple seemed to be on top of the world, engaged, married, and raising a blended family with Teresa's daughters. But Luis' arrival in House of Villains was about to unravel a web of lies and deception no one saw coming. From the very first moments of the show, there was an undercurrent of tension. While some of the housemates were quick to form alliances, others eyed each other warily. As the game went on, a group of familiar villains from The Bachelor, Survivor, and Big Brother gossiped and plotted, but Luis kept to himself, watching and listening intently. It wasn't long before the first bombshell dropped. In an unexpected turn of events, a private conversation between Luis and House of Villains host Andy Cohen was accidentally leaked during a live-streamed event. The audio clip revealed that Luis had been seeing someone else while he was dating Teresa. The revelation sent shockwaves through the reality TV community. Fans were left stunned, replaying the clip over and over again, trying to make sense of what they were hearing. Teresa deserves someone who truly appreciates her. Louis had confided in Andy, his voice low and almost secretive. I wasn't being honest with her. I had another woman on the side for months before the engagement. The words echoed across social media like wildfire. RHONJ fans couldn't believe what they were hearing. Some were quick to dismiss it, claiming the conversation was taken out of context or that it was just a moment of weakness. But the reality was undeniable. Louis had cheated. The perfect man Teresa had found had a dark side, and it was now exposed for the world to see. In the House of Villains house, things grew even more tense. The other contestants, who had initially viewed Louis as a strategic player to keep in their corner, began to turn against him. The former Bachelor contestant, who had once been romantically linked to another scandalous star, was the first to confront Louis, questioning his integrity in front of the entire house. Louis, we all know what you did, she said, her voice laced with disbelief. You can't hide behind your charm forever. You hurt someone you claim to love. That's not the kind of person I want in this house. Louis, initially taken aback, tried to defend himself. I made a mistake. We all make mistakes, he said, his voice shaky. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Teresa and I have a great relationship now. That's all that matters. But the damage was already done. Cameras caught every awkward moment of the fallout as the other contestants whispered about his infidelity, casting him as the villain of the season. Meanwhile, RHONJ fans were left to wonder how Teresa would react to these shocking revelations. Back on the Real Housewives of New Jersey, the Giudice family had their own set of problems. Teresa, unaware of the scandal brewing on House of Villains, was going about her daily life with her daughters, preparing for the upcoming season of RHONJ. She had been through a lot. The legal troubles, the prison sentence, the loss of her father, and had found solace in Louis, who she believed was her happy ending. Little did she know that her so-called Prince Charming was secretly betraying her. Once the House of Villains clip hit the internet, it didn't take long for Teresa to be made aware of the rumors surrounding Louis. Teresa, ever the fierce protector of her family, responded with a mix of disbelief and anger. I can't believe this, Teresa said in an emotional interview with Watch What Happens Live. Louis and I have built a life together. Yes, we've had our struggles, but infidelity? That's something I never expected from him. The RHONJ cast, including her sisters-in-law, were divided on the matter. Some supported Teresa, telling her to stand strong and confront Louis, while others questioned whether this was just a stunt to keep the drama alive on the show. But one thing was clear. Teresa had to confront her husband about his betrayal. Louis, aware that the storm was coming, tried to control the narrative. He posted an apology on social media, stating, I made a grave mistake, and I own it. I'm deeply sorry for the pain I caused, and I will do everything I can to rebuild the trust with Teresa and our family. But even his apology felt rehearsed, as though he was trying to save face, rather than genuinely address the hurt he had caused. Teresa, heartbroken and betrayed, began to question everything she thought she knew about their relationship. Was this a true love story, or was it all a facade? The season finale of House of Villains came, and Louis faced the wrath of his fellow contestants. As the game's finale approached, Louis was given the opportunity to explain himself in front of the other housemates, who had grown increasingly hostile toward him. His confession was raw, but it only fueled the fire. I'm not perfect, Louis said, voice trembling with emotion. I've made mistakes, but I've learned from them. I love Teresa. I want to be a better man for her, for my kids. I just hope she can see that. But as the season ended, the damage had been done. Fans had already picked sides, some furious with Luis, while others argued that Teresa should have seen the signs sooner. As the scandal continued to make headlines, Teresa was left to make one of the toughest decisions of her life: whether to stay with a man who had betrayed her trust or to cut ties with him and reclaim her independence once again. In the end, the fallout from Ruelas Infidelity on House of Villains changed everything. What had once seemed like a fairy tale romance for Teresa Giudice now felt like a nightmare of deception and betrayal. Whether Luis would remain in Teresa's life or become just another chapter in her tumultuous past was yet to be determined. But one thing was clear: House of Villains had exposed more than just the game. It had exposed a side of Ruelas that Teresa never expected to see.